Hey friends. So today I want to talk about strength training. Strength training can look different. It can include body weight movement. It can include using things like weights or barbells. It can include using things like bands, mini bands. Strength training is applying resistance to something. Okay. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about strength training. A lot of times, if a doctor prescribes someone to start weights, they'll say, go lift weights. So people think, oh, well, I need to go pick up a weight. But what they're meaning is strength training. You want to build muscle, which requires applying resistance. Okay. And it requires applying more of a load so that your body has to break down the muscle and rebuild itself stronger and bigger. No, you are not going to bulk up by doing more strength training. It is very rare for women to bulk up when strength training. Women do not have enough testosterone in their bodies. Women that do end up bulking more or have a lot of muscle definition, have generally a very low fat percentage in their body, and B, potentially have genetics that lend themselves to having different hormone levels within their bodies and the type of training that they do specifically. So, strength training, applying resistance, okay? Why is this so important? Well, as we age, like over the age of 40, you should be doing more strength training than cardio training overall when you're taking time to work out. Now, that's not saying that cardiovascular training, things like walking, swimming, aerobics classes, biking, running, are not valuable. They are. Okay. We have multiple energy systems that our body works in. One is called the aerobic system. That's when we get that heart rate up and we work in that kind of steady state. Another part is your anaerobic system. But we also then have this component of fitness. So we have cardiovascular health, but we have this other part of of fitness that is strength. And that, as we age, is so crucial. It is so important to maintain muscle mass because as we age, our muscle mass declines. And as we age, our bone density declines. And so by maintaining as much muscle mass, that doesn't mean bulk, that means literally the muscles on your body, everyone has them. By maintaining and building that muscle, you're slowing down the aging process. In terms of weight loss and maintaining a healthy body weight, one, we benefit from building lean muscle mass, okay? Muscle, metabolically speaking, that means all the things happening in our body, requires more calorie. It burns more calories at rest compared to fat, okay? The more lean muscle that we have, the more calories our body uses throughout the day, even when you're not exercising. Take a note. Number two, why should we strength train? Well, it increases your metabolism. Strength training boosts your resting metabolic rate. After a workout, your body continues to burn calories as it repairs and builds muscle, which is actually called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. Just to get nerdy for a moment, it's called the afterburn effect. Okay, so you keep burning calories after the fact. Yes. Number three is it promotes fat loss without muscle loss. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body may burn both fat and potentially muscle for energy. And strength training helps preserve and even build muscle during weight loss, ensuring that most of the weight you lose comes from fat and not muscle. So, why should we strength train? Well, for one, to combat the aging process that all of us go through. No one is exempt from aging. We are all getting older and we are all aging, but the less we move, the faster we age. And the less strength that we have, the faster we age. But then in terms of weight loss, strength training specifically really works for us, not during just the workout, but post, more so than aerobic training does. So it's a lot of bang for our buck, so to speak. Yeah, currently in my program, the folks who are seeing some of the fastest and largest results are the ones that are prioritizing very intentional strength training work. As a cardio junkie, this is hard for me. Sometimes I feel like strength training is a little bit of downtime or is not as good a workout. Maybe my heart rate doesn't get up the same, or I don't maybe sweat the same. There are different ways to do strength training. Okay. Take mental note of that. But it's just different. It's not meant to be the same. It's not targeting your cardiovascular system, it's targeting your muscular system. So it's different. So you can't think of it to it's comparing apples to oranges in terms of quality of workout. They're targeting different things. So both are valuable, both are needed. Um, Cardiovascular, still important to build your endurance, to keep your heart and lungs and systems healthy, great for mental health, great for getting outside and partnering with people and doing things we enjoy, right? Super important. I encourage all of my clients to walk daily and to get moving daily. And sometimes walking is one of the simplest ways, cheapest ways to enter into the realm of movement. But strength training, I get behind fully. So hopefully those are some helpful tips in why we choose strength training and why we should prioritize it. I had a great question earlier in the week from a client. If I don't have time to walk and strength train or work out, which one should I pick? And I was like, well, both are beneficial. Both are valuable. But if you don't have time for both, I honestly would probably choose strength training, especially if you are over the age of 35. All right. Those are my tips why we strength train. I hope they were helpful.